and rednecks and shit. In San Diego, of all places. Weirdos. Anyways, Sobrevivería Morelos. Hi, haven't made a video in a while. I'm in San Diego now, and I'm not going back to Santa Monica or Los Angeles. The rednecks here are having a problem with that. I found my family and Derek as well. Hey, Derek. Love you. And I'm wondering where he is because I don't know what else to do. Bobby included. I'm not the most forward person, but I don't know. It's kind of nice, and I'm being stalked by like weirdos, like hillbillies and stuff, and they also happen to be the same idiots that we deal with on a daily basis. So they're stalking the military. And I'm a Sergeant Lieutenant Morelos. They don't like it. Tough shit. This is a very normal Republican city, and it's level-headed. I would call San Diego level-headed. I would call San Diego level-headed. It's calmer than Los Angeles. Los Angeles is doing really well, but San Diego is actually really nice. I think if you look it up, it's one of the top 10 cities in the nation, probably in the top 7. And the quality of life is really nice here. And I have a college degree from UCLA, so we've got some persons of interest. We all know what that's about. Then they're not privy to that information. 2 of these idiots in front of me. So they're harassing me, and you can hear it. We can all hear what the technology they're using. It's against the law. So and get it swarming around me. It's gonna make them look worse. I'm very high profile. It's humiliating just to be them. They can't spell anything more than a 2-syllable word. Tomorrow they're going to go walking around me just to prove otherwise. Fucking losers. And they're going to you keep proving me right. They're very dangerous to society. We just thought, when you're going to lose your jobs. And I was right. You keep stalking normal people. You just proved us right. That's all. Fucking criminals, sons of bitches. Instead of laying low, you prove exactly what I pointed out. You're threatening to society. You're threatening to San Diego, too. You're not wanted in San Francisco. You're not wanted in Los Angeles. You're not wanted in San Diego. Now what? Go back to your hillbillyville cities. Okay, thank you. And you will be reported by the community. We keep the community safe. You're not wanted here. Doesn't matter how hard you try to look Californian. We all know it's stupid. Anyway, I'm sick of being stuck by these idiots. So, anyway, hi, Derek. I miss Derek. Found out a lot of information. It's kind of overwhelming. That's San Diego. San Diego's really nice. Okay. Very nice. It's downtown San Diego. It's downtown Union Station, downtown San Diego. It's one depot down from Amtrak. So you can take the trolley from Old Town down the Red Line, headed to downtown San Diego. Seaport Village. It's only like $2.25 or something for a trolley fare. So you can just take the trolley downtown. Yeah, I've hopped it from the Amtrak station downtown to Old Town to Oceanside before on the Breeze liner. It's really nice. And people who aren't friendly are the criminals, and we all know that too. I like it better than North County's. North County is not just like Mitt Romney's up there. Yeah, he hides it. He hides up in North County. Mitt Romney. Hmm. Yeah, that's where dare I say, that's where Donald Trump would go if he keeps blaming me for his 12% drop in his approval rating on Twitter. I'm like looking at the Twitter. I'm like, I didn't say anything because he knows that I'm related to Ronald Reagan, Mr. Ronald Reagan, and so he made this video at one of the conventions, where his three little girls are dancing. He's got this thing going, and I'm looking at them like, did she just call me a slut? I'm working on something, and I'm like, did she just call me a slut? I'm like, looking at the video, and there's a little girl looks just like Tina Lorraine Reith when she was younger, and they're too far right, extremists on the right, and I was watching that, and I'm thinking, Sylvia living under threat of Sylvia is what these what they're saying, right? SLUT, and I'm thinking, wait, just call me a slut? And los que tienen el don de Silvia, the intelligence agencies, like our parents, what our parents did and stuff. So it's, again, Trump doesn't like me, Cruz doesn't like me, Green Day doesn't like me, Obama doesn't like me, Kerry doesn't like me, Gore, Raul Lomelí, they invented the internet, they don't like me. Bush doesn't like me. And Bush doesn't like me. Let's see who else. All the corrupt bastards don't like me. Probably. Dr. King was a friend of our family. Ronald Reagan. They were in civil rights movements. Our grandmother, mamas and the papas. It's so wonderful. They're. And she's my bitch. That's really cute. I know he did not. He was a little boy. That's really adorable. I'm like, I didn't know that. It's really adorable. He's my bitch. She's my bitch. That's really cute. That's really cute. I hadn't seen that before. I thought it was really cute. So, like all these corrupt politicians keep coming my way. In San Francisco was Hillary Clinton, Sarah Palin, Sheryl Sandberg. Like, what the fuck? I'm like an activist, and I'm like, hello? Did I stutter? Did I stutter? Oh, I actually asked somebody, did I stutter? And Grandy's like, duh, duh, duh. Fucking assholes. I'm just people watching right now. I'm like, yeah, I got you. Monday. That was really cool. I'm like, he's a childhood friend. It really worked. That's really cool. I'm like, any day now. What are you supposed to? From here, this looks like one of those. That's my grandmother right there. From here. I've got my military review. Did you know that the Veterans for Peace are assholes, and they actually turn our military wear the inside out, and they wear it like this, so you could see the outline of. Yeah. I found out about that in San Francisco, California. Yeah. Yeah. Assholes. It is for Little boy in Santa Monica. Make it a George. Look at the little bit sweater. Little George. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's like, what, 4 or 5 years old. Look at that. Precious. Look at that. Look at that. She changed my world around. Like, that's really adorable. Thank you. Look at that. She changed my world around. Reminds me of Bat Kid. Hi, Bat Kid. I haven't forgotten you, sweetie pie. My little troop for you. Hi, sweetheart. That's for Bat Kid. I read the column about him a long time ago, 3 years ago. I heard, you haven't said hi to me. Hi, Bat Kid. Yeah, I remember seeing him in Santa Monica a couple of years ago, right? Last year. And I noticed him. I just don't, I'm not the most presumptuous person around, and I'm not just going to intrude or impose. And so I'm not going to say anything unless, you say something. Hi. And I saw him in Houston, I think. I think he made one gesture one time when I was coming down, or someone, to something to that effect. And he saw me as Wonder Woman, I think, at one point. And I'm like, a beautiful little boy. Make-A-Wish Foundation is really cool. Yeah, I read the paper in San Francisco Chronicle in 2013, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's where I read about him, and he had recovered from leukemia, and his wish was to be Bat Kid for a whole day and fight the superheroes. I'm like, woo! So I read about it in the paper when I was up there, and I mentioned it, and I said, oh, my little trooper, he's such an inspiration, but when we're really going through a difficult time, it's like. And I went to New York, and ended up, because of these idiots, I had to go get myself better, so I ended up in a psych ward. They were just brutal over there. I'm doing some homework against them, and I was looking out the window on the 23rd floor of the psych ward at Bellevue, I think, and I looked at the window, and it was a really nice skyline, and the New York, there was a bridge there, it has a big heart around it, and I was thinking about San Francisco. I'm like, I left my heart in San Francisco, and look where I found it. And I thought about Bat Kid. So I think about my bestest of friends. Bat Kid, Vero, Dennis. And I wanted to go back up there to see my bestest of friends, Bat Kid and Veronica and Dennis. 3 little kids that I think they're adorable. And my bestest of friends, I said, my bestest of friends. Bat Kid. Let's hide a Bat Kid. That's Miles Scott. My bestest of friends going on, what, 3 years now? ¿Cómo estás? You'll say eventually. Ojos tapatíos. ¿Cómo estás? Arthur. I'm an activist, so I'm pretty high profile, and I'm a grassroots activist. So you can't go, and I'm very good at what I do. There's certain things that I do well, and I'm the same woman who was here in 2004, election year for Bush. And I put my journal online. It was a mess, I remember, and the dynamic was we were all lost. I'm like standing at the corner. I'm like, don't look at me. I'm like, don't look at me. The bus was passing by. About it. Well, we're all lost. We're all saying all kinds of shit all over the goddamn place. And I was only 31. And I was living at Rhonda Gamble Homes. I was living at Charlotte Manor at the time when it was still open, when I was still there, for 4 years. And I remember that I wanted to start working, and I got a job at Luth Research. And I went to the interview, and I looked really nice, and I got 100 on my exam. And the minute I started working, all hell broke loose. And it's like the behavioral health system, San Diego, it's Republican political targeting, and I was greener back then. So everyone saw it. I mean, we were all awake, and I mean, they turned on the Prism shit, and at the time, I don't think very many of us were aware of that. I was only 31. I'm 42 now, and it happened here in San Diego. So and the buses were, and I was literally seeing things. I saw things. I think the media. Somebody said to the media, she's Bush's daughter, and then the media looked at me like. like when I was at the house and I saw a cat, it was having a out of body experience. So I noticed it, and it said, I'm cold. I'm looking at it like, this was happening at Charlotte Manor at 2456 East Street, where when Rhonda Gamble Holmes was the manager there, and Dennis Hines was the CNA at the time. And temporary, but he was, and blonde guy. He looks, skinny guy who plays the guitar. And he became my boyfriend for a little while, and I was living there and for 4 years, without incident for 4 years, from 2001 to 2004. So I became 31 at that age. But the minute I decided to get a job, these freaks started targeting me again. The extremists on the left turned out to be the Jehovah Witnesses, were the Third Reich in Nazi Germany, the JWs. And I was greener. I'm at my normal weight now is 159. I got on Depakote when I got into behavioral health system. I didn't find much of a choice. When I first got here, I left Los Angeles or La Junta, Colorado, and I came all the way back. I took several trips to try to get away from the illegals because they weren't leaving the hell alone. Illegal aliens, same people. And I came down to San Isidro, and I'm like, I've never been on welfare as an adult at all. And I had savings at the time, so I think Seton Corps had just fired me. So I worked for Seton Corps in 2001, January. I actually called them back and asked them the past few years ago if I can have an email that stated what dates they were that I worked at. And I worked in 2001 at Seton Corps. I was supervisor there, and the illegals. Okay, here goes the LED. They're trying to, affect that fucking illegals. I worked at Seton Corps, SEATON as in Nancy, CORP. And it hired me as a supervisor. They're a staffing company. They're based in Chicago. And I was hired to work first at Orange County. Then I was switched over because they were having kind of a bitch fit, I would call it. I was good at what I was doing. I was younger, and the dynamic was no more illegals are supposed to be hired. And so I'm like, and that's fine. I was just, it's fine. I'm a new person on the job. I heard, so we weren't hiring illegals. There was a little tension there with the supervisor who this was the second person who interviewed me. I interviewed I think 2 or 3 times, and I met her in Torrance, took the bus all the way down there, and I didn't want them to know I didn't have a car because I didn't want it to be a deterrent. And I took the bus all the way back at night to where I was living, and she said to me that one of the things she said to me was, I babysit children for illegal aliens in La Jolla, California. And so that was my second interview, and I got hired at a under 35, I think, and I felt guilty at the time because I was supposed to finish my degree at the end of that. I was supposed to finish my degree at the end of that quarter, but I couldn't because the Orozcos were in my way, and then there were someone's following me around, and in Santa Monica, or when I called someone from Santa Monica. My grandmother died around that time, and I was dealing with CPS and the Quins. The Quins were never kin to us. They were just foster kids, by the way, and it's a long story, but they're not kin to us at all, and they're not relation to us at all. They're foster kids. Again, Twilight. Let me rephrase. Let me underscore that. The Rubios are actually related to Jacob from Twilight, the movie Twilight, and they look, they have the same nose, the same features. And Rene Rubio is not my brother at all in any way, shape, or form. So my mom worked for a Fed, and she kept us out of the loop. And myself, some weirdos coming my way, just losers. And anyway, they're not related to us at all. So my other kin, we separated as single parents, and my real kin went to live. You'll see a bunch of weirdos walking around on 4th and San Diego. I know the demographic. I've lived here before, and they know. Everyone else knows the demographic. Please report suspicious activity to DHS and FBX. They need to know it. These freaks need to be put 6 feet under anyway, and we all know that. So anyway, back in 2004 or 2001, they chased me from Scene Corps because I wasn't hiring them. I'm like, you're bringing me typed social security cards, literally, and laminated IDs. I can't take this. And it's against the law, you know. And I remember I was trying to keep up with the production floor. Look at the illegals preventing me from doing this on live. I was trying to keep up with the production floor in the back, and they were giving me a difficult time. And then they said, "You're hiring quality workers." I'm like, whatever, you know. And so I hired quality worker. I hired people who were qualified for the job, a supervisor, and they cut their hours in half from 8 hours to 4 hours. And then one of them said to me, "I thought you said there were work hours available." You know what? There were work hours available, but I don't. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. I had to deal with the goddamn politic in the back. They were only hiring illegals, their own family and their own friends, and they were sending my workers home early and cutting the hours from 8 to 4. There's suspicious activity for Asian idiots over there. They're no good either. So people know that I'm reliable. I have 500 followers on one blog. On another blog, I have another. They don't belong here. They're not educated, obviously. And we can inform, if they harass anyone else, we can inform local law enforcement. So they're promoting the sexual exploitation of children with the, we all know what that means. So they're not welcome here. And we depraved sons of bitches. And anyway, I was hired at Scene Corps. They gave me the runaround. I was able to keep up with it for a while, and they did something else, and I think I ended up having a little bit of a breakdown, so I started crying. And then my boss comes in, Patty Ochoa, and she said, "I'm giving you a difficult time." I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well," she gave me a business book, like to read, and I have my Bible as well. Excuse me, do you mind? Motherfuckers. I had my Bible. I was studying the Bible at that time. I was just in this mode, you know, just carrying around a Bible, and said, "Yeah, just read this, and that should help a little bit." She was implying that it would help, and they gave me more of a difficult time. I shut the door, and I think I started bawling or something, you know. So my supervisor comes in the next day and says, "You know, this is not." She said, "This is not a corporation. But under the right circumstances, you will thrive." She goes, "Under the right circumstances, you will thrive. This is not a corporation," is what she said. "And under the right circumstances, you will thrive." So she let me go, and they were mocking me, the illegal friends of, and they were mocking. So
yeah, what really got you?
yeah, they're not going to make it here. They're very ignorant hicks. And it doesn't matter how hard you try to dress up, California style. We got you dressing New York style in San Francisco. It doesn't matter how much you try to change. You're not going to last. Harassing people because you don't like what we say. Look at ignorant, abnormal motherfuckers, and we all know it. Now they're sending a little boy. The little boy is facing a threat, and that is going to They had 2 people killed last night, and they think it's funny. We're not trying to keep you safe, so bye-bye. Well, I'm on 4th and Broadway. There's 4 of them on the corner. If you can please report them, just for the general community. They are a threat to the public. And any fraudulent calls, you think you made like 5,000 calls in one day against me, you know, the local law enforcement already knows what you fuckers do. So that information is going to help me out, not you. Because people who know me know what I do, and your little stealing of my ID, that didn't help your situation any. I'm all over the place online, and you're not allowed on there. Fucking losers. And you all know that I'm credible. Everything I point to is credible. So these idiots surrounding me, you will see it. Fucking losers. They don't fit in, and they're gonna get worse every fucking day. They don't want me talking about Scene Corps, so they keep interfering. I just reported Robert Half International, office team included. Cheap fucking labor, ugly motherfuckers too. And whatever money they have, they better get their asses out of here and go home, because they're not going to survive here. Child molesters and shit. It was legal. You're next, idiot. And depraved sons of bitches. Have fun and make their lives a living hell. They deserve it. I got them banned from Santa Monica. I took their jobs away. I encourage people to fire them, because they're posed a clear and present danger. They need to be fired, and they keep proving me right. They keep proving me right. Anyone they associate with is also guilty by association. They're here to hurt other people, and Republicans especially. And this is San Diego. This is normal San Diego. Donald Trump, Mitt Romney, Ted Cruz. You need to tell your little followers to stop fucking around with normal people, normal Republicans. That would include Hillary Clinton. You know, your little friends over here won't stop stalking us, and then I'm really sick of it. Okay, you know exactly who we are. You know exactly what we represent, Donald Trump included. You tell your little psycho friends to stop following us around, because we don't like being targeted by idiots the way they did in San Francisco, California. You know who Almanza is. You know who Vegas Carter is. You know who the Hospitality House is. You know Kamala Harris. You know, what's his name? Eric Holder. Lay off. We're really sick of you fuckers. I'm sick of the corruption. You know, I'm calling you fuckers on it. Lay off. I'm sick of these fuckers. They're hurting children. You don't say shit. The fucking illegals we don't want, you don't say shit about that. This is live. And you know how, when you know I do really well with live. It's right. Everything I do is live. It goes on air right now. And they stole my cell phone, so I won't be able to dial 911. And they're rubbing in my face everything they do to a child even. And they walk right in front of me in large numbers. Okay? So the crimes against humanity, against children, it's your responsibility, because it's against you, Obama, and it's Cameron's law. These fuckers are involved in that. I'm really sick of it. The attorney they deserve it. And it's not going to keep them safe. I'm not trying to keep you safe. I'm trying to keep the public safe. And they're still laughing about it. That's the kind of shit I have to deal with and put away every fucking day. Okay? They took my phone. They took my cell charger, so I won't charge my phone. All right? And they've taken my laptops in the past so that I wouldn't be able to post anything online. They'll do anything for you. Trump, Obama, the Brits, the Third Reich, you know. I'm really sick of it. And it would be great if you took some fucking responsibility, these fucking corrupt politicians, and tell your little friends to back the fuck off of us. So really sick of it. That would include Sarah Palin. I'm really sick of her too. And her little followers, what's his name, Craig A. Latham, carrying around a fake ID, using it as EBT in Santa Monica. Fire them. They need to be ostracized. You know, they need to be. Yeah, you people need. You dirty politicians need to take responsibility for your crimes against humanity. I'm really sick of them interfering with everything I do. And they keep calling me a kike. They don't like me because I'm a Republican. They don't like me because I'm Catholic. They don't like me because I'm Mexican. They don't like me because I come from a Reagan family, the Reagan family. They don't like me because they can laugh all they want, but they're going to look stupid afterwards. 'Cause I'm telling the truth. And they have a child. Look at that. They have a child that they're mocking me. You can't call 911. They did it yesterday. Extremely terrorizing to a child. That one's used to it by now. And look at these idiots. And look at, she's wearing ear. You know exactly what that means. The fucking ears. And the stripes. Yeah. And he's still laughing. Little bitch. These fuckers pose a clear and pleasant danger. I'd appreciate it if you took some action and took some responsibility for your political corruption, Obama and Donald Trump. Amber Alert doesn't like you fuckers for a reason. Cameron's law. I'm demanding that you take action and tell your little followers to back the fuck off. Period. Local law enforcement, we would really appreciate that. Okay, and I'm actually demanding it. Look at this fucking MTA. They're still going psycho and don't cross the union, Sylvia. Fuck you. You know exactly what I'm saying that to me. You know exactly what I'm a political activist. Fine. My mom was. There goes the third one. They keep popping them out like there's no tomorrow for the rest of us. Look at that. You didn't like my mother, Sylvia Leticia Garcia, maiden name 10/29/56, date of birth. She was born in Torreon. They're predatorial too. She was born in Torreon, Coahuila, 10/29/56 in Mexico, and she was also the mom and the papa of Michelle Phillips. And you don't like my grandmother, Nesina Ulloa Orozco. She's Maria Felix and Marilyn Monroe. Everything, and you know that I'm telling the truth, okay? And I'm pulling some weight here, and I'm not into abuse of power. This is not abuse of power. I'm calling you on it. This is like, we'll petition the government for a redress of grievances later, like en masse. But right now, you fuckers are assholes of the. I won. And they're putting him through hell. That's considered torture. Look at that. And they're trying a little bit too hard to fit in Californians. They're not. And the children get the brunt of it every single day. They come and they gang up on them en masse. They terrorize in homeless resource centers, They steal. That's tort law, TORTLAW. They steal my charger. I can't charge my phone until the 3rd. For now, I'm on the fixed income, and everything I've ever done is honest. Just like my grandmother, hardworking. I have a very high IQ. I'm very proactive. The money that they've stolen from me, bank account negative every month, it's all them in your name. I'm sick of it. NIH 1960s abuses, same shit all over again. I'm really sick of it. You need to be held accountable for it. Publicly tell these fuckers to back the fuck off. I'm really sick of it. Local Denton cops, Jacqueline Denton, those types of cops, dirty fucking cops, Apodaca Jean, William Jackie Rhodes, Jonathan David Ford, back the fuck off. OPCC, Veterans for Peace Los Angeles, Veterans for Peace around the nation, JWs, Salvation Army, back the fuck off. Portland, Oregon, Chris Gillable, back the fuck off. Okay? No? You're responsible for loss of life because we're minorities. Simple as that. Third Reich didn't happen. It's not going to happen. And they want to kill Republicans again in November, like they went after me, like they went at me in San Francisco. They need to be given the death penalty, and they need to be picked up and put behind bars. And they pose a clear and present danger. And this is for the White House, Obama administration, and his cronies. I already mentioned them. I'm really fucking sick of it. Sylvia Lydia Morelos and Sergeant Lieutenant Morelos and Bobby, Derek, and Juan. They're kin to me and childhood friends and their family. And you know exactly who we are and why you targeted us. So I'm only one of 227 families. So, and the rest of them can be for himself. So Jesse's dead. You knew what they did to Jesse. Dennis is dead. Veronica, I believe I heard, is dead. Green Day's no good. Green Day needs to back the fuck off, too. And these fuckers respond to Green Day. Salvation Army, 825 7th Avenue, 92101. And staff, they need to be fired because of what they did today. And Rachel's Women's Center needs to be closed down. And God's Extended Hand needs to be closed down. I've never tried to shut down a resource center before, but they are so fucking abusive. They need to be shut down. And they're connected to Behavioral Health San Diego. Don Burke. Bye-bye. I'm really sick of it. Sorry, I mean, it's the goddamn truth. I'm really sick of it. Stalking is against the law. Stalking every fucking day. That will really help us, the military out, and local law enforcement, and DHS. I'm DHS. I like DHS. My mom was CAA. We're feds, and I like what I do. But enough is enough, and that's it.